Ladies and gentlemen of the crypto world, my name is. What is my name? Lash Crypto, baby. Lash Crypto. You can just call me Lash, though. I decided to make my first YouTube video because, frankly, people don't know shit about crypto. And I know more than your average Joe, to be honest. I know I'm not just a handsome face, but. Whoa. Let's just readjust that there. Just like that. I'm not refilming this video. I've already done it 100 times. I don't even care anymore. I'm going to talk about what I know about crypto so far. Learned about cryptocurrency like a year and a half ago. So yeah, I'm an electrician, okay? So we were working on a warehouse and we had to wire up like 400 lights. It gets boring after a couple. So I've been seeing this Bitcoin stuff all week on my news feeds, and I was like, okay, it's been 10 years since this shit came out, and I still don't know what it is. I know it's like worth money and like it's like pumping up in price, but like, what does it do? What is it? So I spent literally 2 weeks wiring up these lights, just listening about Bitcoin and how it works and how it's a ledger system that like you can prove that a transaction occurred and what went where and everyone can see it, and it's pretty much instant and there's no names associated with the wallets, and like it's this big space where people are just floating around a shitload of money. That's the kind of like, and you have to excuse me for my descriptions, they're not going to be exactly, out of a university or anything, but I've realized where it's this place where a massive volume of money can flood into essentially what you would call an ecosystem, like almost instantly, via like convenience. So like everyone's got these wallets that can hook up to Uniswap or SushiSwap or your swaps, your swap here, you swap there, and you start exchanging massive amounts of cryptocurrency one for the other. And like it's open 24/7. You don't need permission. You can kind of trust it. I hate to say that, but I mean, you can trust the way that the software works for the most part, but like it's just starting, right? So anyways, when I first learned about it, I was like, okay, and I think I saw it at like 40,000. Like, mind you, I had known what Bitcoin was a long time ago, obviously. Like, I remember when we had like literally bought weed with it. It was like $1. Like, we didn't think anything of it, right? It was just like, there's tons of scams back then too with the internet, right? So anything on the internet, as far as you're concerned, if it would just get stolen instantly. Like, that's how, like, remember Diablo 2? Like, if you leave a piece of gear on the ground, that shit's gone. And you ain't getting it back. So, like, I bought some. And it pretty much all of it doubled in value within, like, a couple months. And I bought the first thing. I wish I could turn around my camera, but I can't. Apparently I can't during the video, so I want to show you some charts and shit. Maybe we'll do another video on that stuff. But pretty much, like, as a big newbie, I went to the first web page I could find, coinmarketcap.com, and started looking at these cryptocurrencies. And I was like, I knew nothing about it. I didn't know why one coin was worth a bajillion of a penny and another coin was worth $400 and Bitcoin is worth 40,000. I didn't even know that stuff. So like, I personally just scrolled through the list until I found a coin that has as many zeros in front of it as possible, and then saw that it was like ranked 200 or something, and I put $100 on it, and that was Shiba Inu. And I was just like, that seems like a good idea, and just like set it and forget it. And then before I knew it, I ended up buying some Polkadot because I heard about some fucking what would you call it? It was paired. See, at the time, like I'm still a noob. It was paired chain auctions, right? I heard this stuff was going on, so I bought some of that. And like before I knew it, I had um, double my money. Uh, in some cases more. And then the Shiba Inu literally, while I was holding it, multiplied by like 9. So I had $900. So I sold that and I bought some more Ethereum. And this shit went on for like a couple months, and then it dumped, right? People are like, "Oh, the bear market, the bull market's not over, blah blah blah." And this whole time I was thinking like, I don't know. Like we all just doubled our money. Like where else in the world do you double your money like within a couple of months? It just seemed kind of fishy to me. Like I've had a savings account at my bank forever, and I put a couple G's in there, and it just does nothing. Like to be honest, the interest they offer you is like jokes compared to the rewards I had gotten, right? And I did no, it took me no effort. So I honestly I ended up selling like a couple, like probably a couple months later when Bitcoin rode down from its high to like 40,000, and I managed to, like, I learned how to convert my coins into USDC, which you can do, and just kind of sit on the profits there, right? And then I remember during the bull run, I was like, man, it was awesome. It would have been awesome if I could buy this Ethereum stuff at like $100, or like buy during a low, like based on the price now, right? So I started thinking like I honestly can't wait until the next bear, like once like the bear market gets here. Well, here it is, right? It's here now. So the whole time I've been learning and stuff about cryptocurrency and what to do and how to take profits and when not to, and your distribution of your crypto and which ones are like decent and why. So I want to kind of actually, I don't care if no one watches this video, I just want to tell you guys what I think about what's going on so far. I think that, again, I wish I could show you charts. I'll make another video on charts right after this, actually. Another super high quality video. So what I think's going to happen is I think we've kind of just started. Maybe we're like 30% into this dumping here. The reason why I think that is because I think a couple months ago the interest rate, or the Fed just started increasing interest rates. Okay, like we're still, the money is still super inflated. There's a bunch of shit going on in the world right now that's never been timed with Bitcoin like this. Like we've never come out of a bull run into a depression or a recession or whatever you want to call it, right? So there's no way this is the bottom, in my opinion. Like I know everyone's like, oh, more to come. Like half the other people are like, bull run incoming. It's just like, no, it's not going to happen for a bit. But I think that what's happened here is money's been free for so long. The interest rates to borrow money's been free for a really long period of time. That it's allowed people to accumulate quite a bit of debt all around the globe. And a buddy of mine's in like stocks and shit, and we shoot the shit about this stuff all the time. But eventually, especially if more layoffs come and like they keep increasing interest rates, people's loans, like credit cards, whatever, might default, right? And banks might start doing poorly. Not might, probably. And we're never gonna really know what's gonna happen until it happens. So what my plan is going forward after I've learned from the bull run is I'm going to be working as much overtime as I can. I'm going to be buying these lows here as we continue forward. For I have no idea how long. All I know is I've made a commitment to it, and I'm going to buy lows the whole way through. And clench my butt cheeks and cross my fingers because here we go, kind of thing. So I think there's a huge potential for people to make a shitload of money here, because like the way I was explaining earlier how money flows in so quickly with just a click of a button, um, it's fun, to be honest, and easy and convenient. And like the way we're going today with computers and stuff, it's just going to become more and more digital. Like the internet's just gonna expand even more and more. Like we got Elon Musk, who's working on fucking launching satellites into space to give us the internet all over the planet, right? So that's pretty bullish for internet, I would say, obviously. And being that eventually, hopefully, a lot of the other world that's maybe lagging behind a bit is going to be able to get their hands on internet too, like internet at some point. Um, and like we all have to use our banks and do a bunch of kind of slow, clunky stuff to like send money around. I'm not saying we're going to remove banks. We need banks. We need a currency for sure. But like it's just becoming more like there's more development going on right now in Bitcoin than there ever like in the ecosystem of cryptocurrency than there ever has before. And this is why I'm making these YouTube videos, because I want to at least explain to anyone that watches this shit about. I'm gonna have to tag this video crypto, obviously. I'm a big noob, but like, just like what could happen with cryptocurrency is that it could become regulated, and people think that's a bad thing, but once it becomes safe for people to invest in Bitcoin, people feel comfortable doing it, then you're gonna get the real fucking money. And yeah, you're gonna have middle party people or whatever fucking system they're gonna try and do with it. Who knows? Fucking go all zero. That's what they say, anyways, right? But I don't think it will. Because people will just buy this shit if it goes lower anyway. So like, if we get a bunch of like you know how you go to a stockbroker and they're like, yep, get some McDonald's, some Dairy Queen, get some oil, some Microsoft, and so on and so forth. Yeah, there you go. Here's your portfolio, right? You can retire with this in 20 years. So imagine one of those selections being Bitcoin. Well, they don't have that right now. They don't have that right now. That's not a thing. If you look at Bitcoin's market cap, it's like 300 billion. And before, like during the bull run, it had reached, I believe, come on, I know numbers. What the fuck's above a billion? I'm thinking like computers here. Trillion. I may have smoked a little bit of weed earlier. A trillion, okay? So bear with me here, because this is a long video, and you know what I mean. Like, I want to explain everything fully. I'm gonna put some chapstick so I collect my thoughts here. So, if Bitcoin becomes regulated, I could easily see like it going back to at least its all-time high, where its market cap was previously $1 trillion. In which case, that would make Bitcoin, 70,000 roughly, which right now you'd be on, if you bought Bitcoin at 16.8, 70,000 divided by 16.8. You bought a 4x, right? If you bought now and waited for Bitcoin to recover. So that's way better than a savings account, by the way. That's way better, provided that Bitcoin comes back, which I do believe it will. Shit's not going anywhere. It hasn't gone anywhere for 10 years, and it's just recently proved last year that, hey, I can go to $70,000 in a couple months. And that's crazy, because of that pump, some altcoins multiplied by hundreds. You get kids driving around in fucking Ferraris and shit from this crypto stuff. And so this is why a lot of these companies, now I'm talking about this because we have these big dumps, like FDX went down a couple days ago, and Celsius before it, and probably more to come too. Like Tether's currently at 9986. I know that sounds, it's still $1, but it's like, well, no, it's supposed to be a peg dollar, right? That's kind of a big deal. So like the volume on it's super high right now too. So like, um, but yeah, like I mentioned to someone the other day, like I did really well on one of my coins, and they're like, "Oh, you can make," I put $50 on it, and like 3 weeks later, it's worth $800 American, right? And it was like what I was willing to lose. I put this on here, right? And I posted it in my Discord chat with my buddies, and he's like, "Oh, my one buddy was like, oh, you can make that in a day, betting on a sports team." It's like, well, yeah, you can, but to get 18 to 1 odds, I did a 18x, like to get 8 to 1 odds, um, you know, or sorry, 18 to 1 odds. Yeah, I don't know if I saw 8 to 1 or, I mean, 18 to 1 odds in the sports game. You're gonna have to bet some pretty specific stuff, right? Like it's gonna be pretty hard to get 18 to 1 odds, like for betting on a sports team. Like you have to get pretty lucky. But like with this, like this, I selected the coin and like I did some research on it, and it was just like a base. It's just like, to me, it was kind of a no-brainer. It was at a bottom. There was no. It was worth pretty much. Market cap was pretty much worthless, and the volume on it was only a couple $100. But like other things on it that I saw were awesome, and so it ripped, and I was like, yeah, man. Like this is why I bought Shiba Inu too, and I know it didn't had nothing to do with my knowledge or anything, but like I saw the coin that had the most numbers in front of it, and just like people are basic, man. So like these calls that I've made actually pay me money, and I'm just like a dude, man. So this is why I think that this stuff is gonna just rip, man, and like it won't come back. Like it'll eventually become a stock, like maybe not like oil or anything, but like Jesus, if we want to trade gold, it's like, yeah, we own gold on paper, but when you trade Bitcoin with a real wallet, like on like a hot wallet online, you own that shit, and it's transferred to you instantly, and you can put it in a cold wallet in your dresser drawer if you want, or in your safe or whatever. Like with gold, it's like you have an IOU from who knows where, and your gold's sitting somewhere. And like we're going more digital, guys. Like, yeah, gold was great when we were pirates and shit, but it's just like I know we still need gold. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, hey, gold. Like I know what gold is. I love gold. I want gold. I actually have a gold. I have a gold right there. So, but my point is that like you can make money with this shit, man, and it's just a crazy world right now with where we live, where I'm in my like early 30s, and I'm noticing the young kids coming up, like I was the young the young buck for a while there, but I just noticed like time moves on, right? I'm not the young buck anymore. I used to be. I still am, but I'm not 23 or sorry 24 anymore. I'm now 34. So I gotta start making better decisions with what I do with my money, and so on and so forth, right? So now here's even if you're still following me here, I have some plays I think are gonna work. I think that what you should be doing is you should be sniping these lows as we go through this bear market here, and we start accumulating coins with whatever money you have available. You do that by getting onto a centralized exchange and buying the coins you want and immediately transferring them to a wallet. Don't fucking leave them on there. And then I think Bitcoin, honestly, under $15,000, I would buy some. Ethereum at around $1,000, 1,100, and even now, you probably would, like, if you don't have any, I would accumulate some. But like you're looking for Ethereum under $1,000, you're looking for Bitcoin under 15K. Safes, like it could go to 9. Who knows? I'm not knowing. People tell you, oh, it's going to this, going to that. Like, really, the best option you have is just fucking dollar cost averaging in. Because like tomorrow, someone could be like, Elon Musk could be like, hey guys, I'm gonna accept Bitcoin on Twitter, and Bitcoin will fucking rip, right? So you never know what's gonna happen. I think Bitcoin, I think Ethereum is going to do well. I think Dogecoin will go for another run. I think Polygon, Disney is signed with Polygon they're gonna mint their first round of Disney NFTs on Polygon. Like, we're in a bear market, guys, so that means like coins have hype. Like, most coins are hype. Like, they don't do we can talk about all these coins all we want, but like, aside from trading on Ethereum mainnet, these coins don't do shit. Like, you flip and bridge back to Ethereum all the time. Like, when you go to sell your stuff, guess what? You send them. You send these exchanges. They want Bitcoin. They'll buy your Bitcoin off you. So you send them Bitcoin or Ethereum usually, I think. Obviously, I'm not like a super expert or anything, but like, it all comes back down to Bitcoin, believe it or not. Like, a lot of these coins aren't really fully working. Solana barely works. It sucks. Honestly, it's not very, like, it barely works. It's all hype. Like, it's down 60%. Holy. Want to buy some? Go ahead. You probably make money on it, to be honest. But Polygon, it's quick. Supported on Uniswap. Yeah, like Facebook Meta has it looks like something's going on with them. That's pretty fucking bullish if you ask me. The coin works. So, you know, it's ranked 10 right now at 8 billion market cap, and you know, if it was to go to, you know, even like bull run Solana market caps, like coins like that, you know, it's going to be like multiplied by like 7, right? So you got a 4x on Bitcoin, and you got probably 7 or 8x's on these coins underneath. Cardano could do well. There's a lot of hype there. There are projects being developed on Cardano, but it's still a baby. It's still in its infant stages. Who knows what happens with that coin? Yeah, DOT could do well. There's a lot of coins here that you'll probably make money on, but the coins I'm most bullish on are literally Ethereum and Poly in the top 10. I try not to like fall in love with coins, but I do like Phantom. I hope it goes cheaper because I'll just buy a ton. I took profits on Phantom and kind of left USDC on the Phantom ecosystem. So if it dumps, I'll back it. I'll like come back in and multiply my Phantom by like 5. It'll be awesome. I think that Optimism is going to do quite well. It's supported on Uniswap as well, and it's not even in the top 100 coins. I think this coin will rip. Like, there's the highest amount of risk is here. And I put that in quotes because I literally think it's, well, actually, I shouldn't do that. Optimism could die. You can never trust these people. This is crypto, man. But Optimism looks like a good coin. A lot of you guys might not like this if you get this far in this video, but I think Hex is a good coin too. The reason why I think Hex is a good coin is because I think Richard Heart's smart. The shit he says makes sense, and he knows what he's talking about, guys. And his coin's still around. It hasn't dumped. Yeah, his community might be supporting, but hey, these coins need communities. Without the Dogecoin community, it'd be nothing. Without the Shiba Inu, there'd be nothing. So Richard Heart said and gone out and done what he said he's going to do. And he's still around. He still does live streams, supports his coins, answers questions. He's been bang on for a lot of his stuff. I think Hex is a good coin. I think Pulse Chain, you just said, okay, well, if you're not going to rank my coin appropriately, you're not going to give me the respect I deserve, okay, well, I'm going to come out with my own chain called Pulse Chain, which is way cheaper. And hey, I'm going to take a picture of all your guys' coins on Ethereum while I'm doing it. And I'm going to airdrop them to the Pulse Chain network, so that when you interact with Pulse Chain and you on your MetaMask and you go to click on it, you're going to see a bunch of copies of your Ethereum tokens, NFTs, all of it. And like, it's going to create movement there. And if it's quick and it works and it's really great, Pulse Chain might get listed on an exchange. If that happens, it's going to rip. And Hex will probably get backed up by it too. Richard Hurt doesn't really, like that too much. I don't think he really wants his coin on an exchange because he believes in, and you shouldn't, like, crypto is supposed to be like your world where no one can touch your stuff. You have to hold it anywhere. You are the bank there, and it's true. You literally are your own bank. There's a couple altcoins I think are going to do really well. I think there's two game coins I think are going to do pretty well. There's a coin called Alluvium that's going to kick ass. It's really cheap right now, and there's a coin called Jewel that I think is going to destroy as well. And I have one meme coin pick that I think is brilliant. It has a very interesting tokenomics where if you sell it, you have to set the slippage at 9%, so you instantly take a 9% loss on selling the coins. Sounds shitty, right? Well, it is. It's called Shitcoin, and it's got the best name, and it's got volume, a low market cap. And I really think that this coin could move because of its name, especially if crypto goes pumping again and everyone gets gung-ho about altcoins. Type in Shitcoin on Google, it pops up. It's just like, I don't know, man. It sounds silly, but crazier things have happened in crypto so far. It's got a market cap right now, I believe, 680,000 with a volume of like $25,000. And like if it goes for a rip, we all know what that means. Like it could take on 20 or 30 million dollars of volume at any time. So anyways, that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video.